Yeah.
All right, so how do you correct disengaged intimacy in a marriage? And I think what they're saying there is one spouse is really into it and the other one's kind of like, yeah, okay. So maybe disengaged, not feeling it completely. So, Christina, why don't you jump in on that one? How do you correct?
Go, Christina. How do you correct it? How do you
How do you correct that? You're the wisest among us, so we're going to go to you.
Right. That makes me think of the 5 love languages book. That could be the issue. Maybe
the tank is empty.
Right.
Yep.
And it kind of goes back to the you first thing we were talking about.
Yep.
Figure out what works for your spouse. How to get them engaged again might be first serving them in whatever capacity that love, speaks to them. I think the more you give to them, then they're more likely to give back to you, or to get more engaged with what it is that you need to speak your love language back to you.
Quick question. How many have read the book, Love Languages? Let me just see, because there's still some that haven't. So that's
It's
just
fantastic.
a must-read. It's a must-read
Great
for you.
book.
It's a must-read for you for your kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the love languages kind of cross all ties. It's really a phenomenal book. I'll just say, when you said that about the intimacy, it's usually there's a deeper issue. It could be spiritual. It could be one spouse is not walking as closely with Christ as another, and there's other spiritual things happening. Obviously, you need to pray for them. The Holy Spirit's the only one that can do the work. Next would be, like you said, if there's a deficiency in an area, believe it or not, you're focusing on intimacy, but that's usually not where the deficiency is. The deficiency is somewhere else. And I would say get help, engage in conversations with a third party. Most people don't like counselors for some weird reason. You gotta get a good one. But here's the advantage. You know how it is, ladies, when you go to coffee with your friend, because men don't do that. So, ladies, when you go to get coffee with your friend and they start telling you all their problems, and you immediately know what the problem is, you immediately see it, right? Now you're all nice and stuff, and you're like, "Oh, bless your heart," you do that. But you see it, like a third party sees is not dragged down by the complexity of the emotional baggage. So a third party always sees it much more clearly. And so even engaging with a counselor just helps you. It just helps you as you engage and have this conversation. Well, we're focusing on intimacy, but he starts asking questions about other things. And all of a sudden, it's like a third party can see it. Now, you may not agree with it, and you may struggle with the answer, and you may struggle with the reality of it. But I would just say, man, counseling's a great aspect of that.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good. We got some good ones we can recommend as well.